I owe you one. Thanks.
Take a few of these Dunmer dogs out for me, too.
Never have enough of that. never have enough of that.
Fetch a pretty penny in Balmora?
I owe you one, friend. Thanks. Ozor, Salak, and Leidenar are free, and Captain Angarthal is dead. I believe this day is getting better. I may have lost my ship, but you've restored my hope. They were marched off to the east. My first mate went after them, but I can't imagine she'll be able to free them alone. If you travel in that direction, keep an eye out for her. If she doesn't return soon, I may just have to track her down myself. I hope my first mate didn't get herself captured. She's the best I've ever had. If she doesn't come back soon, I'm going after her.
Knowing that Captain Angarthal is dead will keep me warm for many nights to come. You fight well, friend.
I'm in your debt. I will pray for Rupta to guide you in all your journeys.
Do you have a comb? These damn slavers messed up my hair.
Heal me!
You have the focusing crystals. Great! Place them in their fixtures, and we can relight the signal fire. There's a sight for sore eyes, and surely a guiding light for any ships coming into port. You saved the lives of a lot of sailors. I'm just hoping there was only one ship that crashed on the rocks. I could lose my job over this. If anyone asks, I hope you'll tell them it wasn't my fault. From now on, I'm protecting this signal fire with my life. Anyone who wants to put it out will have to go through me.
Lucas. My poor little baby. All alone out there. If you're leaving the village, if you could please look out for my son. With these slavers about, I'm afraid something terrible has happened. Breakfast. I made his favorite. Biscuits and jam. Then he went out to play. That good-for-nothing deputy won't even go look for him. But the slavers could have shipped Lucas off to Morrowind by now. He says that securing the town comes first, but the town seems perfectly secure to me. Someone has to help my baby. If you find Lucas, I'll be eternally grateful. He's just an innocent boy. In a minute, I'll have to go get dinner ready, but I'm going to keep his plate warm. Sometimes he goes fishing on the beach just south of the village. He wears his little boots. Oh, my poor little boy. Please find him. You have to.
Nice hole.
God strike you! Couldn't you have just waited 5 more minutes? The slavers outside the tent were talking about where their base of operations is. Then they got interrupted. I'm guessing they saw you. My mom sent you, didn't she? Exactly. My mother's a little overprotective. She still tries to tuck me into bed at night. It's embarrassing. And now she's messed up the whole plan. I actually came here to spy on the slavers. Anything and everything. With Constable Pascal acting strange, Deputy Lyric and I took the initiative. I may not have heard where their base of operations is, but there are plans for some other attack floating around the camp. You did? Well, then I guess we can consider this operation a success. If you haven't already, we just need to get those plans to Deputy Lyric in the village. I guess I should go reassure my mother. Get those plans back as fast as you can. May the 8 protect you.
Ooh, here's one that'll fetch a high price.
To the side!
I heard someone was down there teaching the slavers a lesson. I'm guessing you're that someone. Any signs they're planning something else? They attacked the lighthouse, but why? That doesn't make any sense. Can I see these plans? They put out the lighthouse signal fire so ships would crash on the rocks. Damn it. That could have been much worse, I'm sure. I'm glad you were able to stop them. Thank you for letting us know.
No such.
You did it. You even got him home in time for dinner. It weighs heavily on a mother's heart to worry about her son. I can't thank you enough. I'll never forget what you've done for us. I hope someday my little Lucas grows up to be like you. My family is whole again thanks to you. You'll have to excuse me, though. I need to go get Lucas ready for bed.
The boy's home and she's happy. Back to spoiling the poor kid. Maybe I can sneak away for a drink soon.
The lengths I go to for a free breakfast of biscuits and jam. My mother can be a hassle sometimes, but it's a small price to pay to have someone else wash your small clothes.
My brother joined that bad man cult. Word is they're all dead.
Out of my way. I'm getting out of here. I wouldn't go up there if I were you. The entire farm's been burned down. Scamps are everywhere. And Mr. Norin, he's gone missing. We woke up this morning and the farm was on fire. Smoke everywhere. It was the scamps. They're all over the place. I would have left right away, but we couldn't find Mr. Norin. He hadn't been the perfect boss, but I didn't want to leave him. Yes, Mrs. Norin and Gunnies. They won't give up, but we've been looking all day. He's gone, probably dead, and I'm not sticking around to join him. If you want to help, talk to Mrs. Norin.
Fire. William disappears, and now strangers on the property. The farmhands all gave up. Maybe I need to give up too. The farm's lost, and my sweet William. Sorry, hero. You're too late to save the day this time. Look around, the farm is in ashes. My daughter Gunnies and I stayed only to search for my husband, but at this point, I think we have to assume he was killed in the fire. If you want to waste your time, I won't argue, but we're packing up and leaving. My daughter Gunnies is over there sifting through the ashes. Would you mind telling her to come back to the house?
This doesn't make sense. There has to be something, anything, some sign of what happened to my father. Can you help me? Can you help me sift through these ashes? How can she say that? How could she leave without him? She can give up if she wants to, but I won't. Not until I know for sure. I still haven't searched everywhere. Will you help me? I don't just believe, I know. My mother is just not thinking clearly. We haven't even checked all the buildings. I've actually been putting off the northern barn. It creeps me out. I'll go talk some sense into my mother, but could you check it? Mother? Is that you? Oh, you came back. You have to help me. Some creepy guy was here, and then my mother tied me up, locked the door, and they left. Can you get me out? I think she wrapped it up in a piece of bacon and fed it to one of those scamps. That's what it sounded like, at least. Mother? Is that you?
Nothing wrong with a little opportunistic harvesting.
Thank the 8 you came back. Do you know what's going on? Some creepy man named Sensualist was here, and then my mother tied me up and left. No, she just said it was for my own good. Then something about a dream and my dad. I don't understand. Who was that man, and why did my mother tie me up? A cult? What cult? You don't mean... Oh no, my dad. She said something about him and a sacrifice he had to make. The man said they were going up the hill to the west. Please, you have to go after them. Yes, please, and then go find my dad. I'll meet you outside.
Where's Gunny's? I have to find her.
You are an unnaturally incredible hero among heroes. You saved my dad. I feel like I should be sad because of my mother, but I just can't help it. I'm so, so, so happy. Thanks to you. It's hard to look around here and feel safe. But I do. Especially since you're here. When we rebuild the farm, I think I'll build a statue in your honor. And put it right over there.
If you're willing.
My mother may have gone totally insane. But it's all right. My dad's here. And we're still a family.
To think I shared a bed with that woman and she nearly killed me. I suppose she may have been under the influence of that crazy cultist, Sensualist. That reminds me, I hate to ask anything else of you, but I think there may still be some danger. Well, the scamp's running around here for one thing, but I have reason to believe there could be worse things coming if we don't act fast. That crazy Sensualist was telling Rosalie about these portals he had opened up around the farm. My thoughts exactly, and I'd like to go out and do it myself. I wouldn't want Gunnies to lose both her parents. I think it might be smarter if you go, if you're willing, that is. Were those Daedra death screams I heard? Music to my ears. And you destroyed those damnable portals too. I think now we'll be safe. It's hard to believe that someone I don't even know would go so far out of their way to help us. There's hope now, at least. Thank you. I guess the next thing is start making plans to rebuild. Times like these, I wish we had more children. A larger family, you know? I guess there's always the future. My neighbor? Are you saying what I think you're saying? I mean, Ingrid's nice, but she's... Well, I always did think she was rather pretty, and she is a widow. I think maybe I'll just have to pay her a visit. Thanks for the suggestion. I guess the next thing is...
So the farm's all clear? Terrific. Now we just have to rebuild. I wish we had a bigger family. You know, my father's not that old. If we could just find an eligible lady.
I always knew Rosalie had something like this in her. She has a crazy streak a mile wide. If William's back, maybe I'll go back to the farm after all.
Stay on your toes, friend. Be on guard if you're headed up to the castle. King Faharajad's army is camped outside the walls. They claim they're here in a diplomatic capacity, but I'm not buying it. To attack the castle, isn't that obvious? This is the beginning of the end for the Covenant, mark my words. King Faharajad probably planned this all along. Thought that under the banner of peace, we'd just let his army march right in. Of course, I wasn't born yesterday. Neither was Dame Follett. She's our commanding officer outside the wall. You should talk to her up at the castle's main gate.
Never have enough of that.
Wait, who's that? Who's over there? You're not from the Covenant. What are you doing here? It makes no difference. We need all the help we can get. We made a terrible mistake. We thought we were clearing out a simple spider infestation. But it's far worse. The Whispers, they never stop. It's maddening. We got out, but our commander, Guardian Sudharim, is still in there. My fighters are exhausted, but if you push into the caves and clear out the spiders, we'll use fire to destroy their eggs. If Guardian Sudharim is still alive, we need to find him. Just don't listen to the Whispers. They'll drive you mad.
On your feet, you louts. We're going back in.
This way, squad.
Is pounding. I wonder if we'll ever see the commander again.
We'll get through this. Don't let the Whisperers get inside your head. Fill it with pleasant thoughts. We must press on. We'll burn these foul eggs after you clear out the spiders.
Kill them all. No mercy.
I need healing.
Maybe I should have joined the buoyant homages.
incorruptible creatures! You dare to defy me? I'll kill you all!
Hey, take her from me! Stop them!
Was a nightmare. A nightmare. I feel so violated. What that thing did to my soldiers. What it did to me. I may never sleep soundly again. Thank you. If you hadn't come along, well, I don't even want to imagine. Now that you've given me back my life, I have much to think about. Maybe I'll take some time to rest before I put together another expedition. The Fighters Guild is in your debt, my friend. A monster. No doubt some vile beast from the darkest reaches of oblivion. I can't imagine how it got here, and I have no idea why it would do such things to our soldiers.
Work hard. Do not stop for idle chatter.
Always more work to do.
The nights are cold here in Stormhaven. I miss the warm sands of Alakir.
I don't care who's fighting who. There's always more laundry.
Damned foreigners. Nothing but trouble around here ever since the Duke married King Faharajad's daughter. And now there's a Redguard army on our doorstep, expecting the Knights of the Flame to just stand aside. Envoy Darima marches up with an army claiming she's on a diplomatic mission from King Faharajad of Alakir. She says her message is for Duke Nathaniel alone and demands entry. All I have to say is, over my dead body. My mission is clear. No one from the Redguard camp allowed in the castle. I'm a Knight of the Flame, and I will enforce that directive to my dying breath. Sir Hughes is the head of our order. If you have concerns, speak to him inside the castle.
Surely you can see the absurdity of this situation. I hope you will speak with this Sir Hughes or the Duke himself. Please, tell them to let me in. I mean no harm. Ask the Duchess. An armed escort is customary in Alakir. We mean no insult, and certainly no threat. They say we bring an army. An army would be hundreds. This is merely one regiment. If you might convince the knights to listen to reason, I would be obliged.
I knew the days of the Daggerfall Covenant were numbered. This is just the beginning. After the fighting breaks out here, you can just kiss the Covenant goodbye. We'll be at war with Alakir within a month. Are you kidding me? Bretons and Redguards have never gotten along. They're just not like us. It is what it is.
Gall and pox! Dame Dabienne wanted me to tell the Duke you were coming here. You saved me back in Coglin Village. I'm the messenger, the one in the warehouse. I'm sorry. I got back here and I had to tell my parents and my friends about the slaver attack down at the village. And then it just completely slipped my mind. Not much point in doing it now. I can't believe I forgot to announce you to the Duke. I really am sorry. I hope you can forgive me. Oh yeah! I forgot to deliver the message to the constable in Coglin Village as well. That's actually kind of funny, isn't it? Unless... Are you frustrated with me? I know. You're right. I've never been a very good messenger. I always wanted to be a king, or a duke, or something more important. But here I am. I'm doing my best. Please don't tell anyone about this. I'll do better next time, I promise.
You're welcome to Alcair Castle. I'm sure you noticed King Faharajad's army camped outside our walls, so you can understand why Duke Nathaniel is not entertaining guests. I should hope you're not here to add to our troubles. Don't hear that too often, but it's most welcome. If blood gets spilled here, it could destroy the fragile alliance holding together the Daggerfall Covenant. We need to defuse this situation as quickly as possible. Damn it. Dame Follett is holding the envoy up at the gate, isn't she? Never questioning orders is Follett's strength and her weakness. I'll have to send word to make an exception. Meantime, I actually have a task you'd be well suited for. It's a sensitive matter. We've intercepted secret messages to King Farhajad from someone inside the castle who goes by the alias of Almandine. My hope is that a little research in the library might reveal where this term comes from. Unfortunately, the Duke requires that he personally approve all visitors to the library, and he can't know about this. The library guard, Sir Gregory, perhaps you can persuade him to look the other way, or, failing that, to leave his post. Again, you must keep this quiet. The Duke is already overwhelmed, and hearing about a spy inside the castle might push him over the edge. Get past Sir Gregory and into the library. Find out who Almandine is, and report back to me personally. For better or worse, the Duke defers to me on the matter for now. Nathaniel shares King Emmerich's bloodline, but not his talent for calm under pressure. Of course, the Duke's wife being King Farhajad's daughter doesn't make matters easier. Indeed, Duchess Lakana is one of King Farhajad's youngest daughters. They say he was quite fond of her. She doesn't speak of her father much, but I think those ties run deeper than she lets on. I cannot defy the Duke's orders, not with an army at the gates. You can. One thing that might help, Sir Gregory is insanely jealous of his wife. In his mind, she would be the sheath to every knight's blade. You didn't hear it from me. For better or worse, the Duke defers.
Hold it right there! This is Duke Nathaniel's personal library. No access without his express permission. If it's an emergency, you want the armory, not the library. It's just books in there. Honestly, I don't know why the Duke's so worried about it, but he is. If I let you in, I'd be kicked out of the castle. Probably my wife, too. Hey, that's not very nice! My face is nice, though, isn't it? I don't like being threatened, though. Of course, it's not like anyone would know if you went in there. All right. You can go in, but don't say a word to anyone about this, or I'll lose my job. Remember, not a word.
Sometimes a true knight must undertake a mission that requires reading books rather than slaying monsters. Such is what I asked of you. Did you learn anything in the library? I feared as much. We have to proceed carefully now. We don't want to alert the Duchess or King Farhajad to the fact that we know about the secret communications. I hate to say it, but I'm going to have to speak with the Duke about this. The fact that the Duchess is sending secret letters to her father is serious cause for concern. We need to know exactly what they're planning, though. After speaking with King Farhajad's envoy, Duchess Lakana asked to go out and negotiate with the Redguard General herself. Clearly, we can't allow that. But the Duchess is refusing to let the envoy leave to deliver her message. My thoughts exactly. And in so doing, you would win her confidence. You already helped get the envoy through the gates, so Lakana will be inclined to trust you. Go speak with her upstairs. Do whatever you must to learn her plans.
Darima told me you spoke to Sir Hughes about Dame Follett. Thank you. You don't know what a relief it is to have her here. I am an outsider in Alcaire Castle, with no one I can fully trust. Sometimes I even wonder if I can trust the Duke. Because there have been several attempts made on my life, all from someone within these walls. An Alakir poison intended for my lips killed one of my tasters just a few days ago. There are many rivals for the throne in Alakir. They despise the Covenant, and they would kill me to destroy it. My father has been trying to identify the assassins. I must speak with General Thoda at the camp outside, but I am forbidden. Because Darima is the only one in the castle I can fully trust. I need her here, and I fear that if she leaves, they may not permit her to return. Can I trust you? You did intercede on our behalf with Sir Hughes. Very well. But General Thoda will not expect you. You will need to get his attention. It may be difficult, but if you could best some of his warriors, he will want to see you. Thank you. Things are truly desperate when a daughter of King Faharajad must rely on the generosity of a stranger. But I do believe in you. The future of the Covenant, and my life, depends on you. Rupka, go with you, friend.
I cannot believe one of our own is behind the attacks on Duchess Lacana. There must be some other explanation. There has to be. What have we here? You come strutting through our camp with such attitude? Perhaps someone needs to teach you a lesson. As am I. Watch and see a true warrior in action.
Let us dance, then. Well fought. This is a military camp, not fit for the likes of you. Be on your way, little one.
Very well. We shall see who fights best.
Let us dance, then.
Well fought.
Would it kill them to run away? Well, no, I guess it wouldn't.
It was a long journey from Alakir.
My sword arm has had little practice since coming to Stormhaven. You look like you might make good sport. Nothing would please me more. Let us dance, then. Not bad.
Who is this little pipsqueak walking through our camp? Perhaps I turn you into a pincushion?
As am I. Watch and see a true warrior in action.
Let us dance, then.
Well fought.
You should walk with more respect. You are in a camp full of soldiers who have been sitting still too long. Someone may decide to use you for sword practice. You think so? Then let's find out.
Let us dance, then. Not bad.
Wouldn't have expected such skill at arms from an outsider, but I saw you dueling over there. General Thoda did too, and he would like to speak with you. You will find him through the door.
You don't look so dangerous. Yet you waltz into my camp and pick fights with my soldiers. Tell me why I should not simply cut off your head where you stand. The princess, she is all right then. That is good. King Faharajad sent me to protect her, but there is little I can do from out here. I do not wish to start a war, but I will if my king orders it. I await new orders even now. Ah, yes, indeed. The poison maker was quite stubborn, but he spoke a name with his dying breath. It means nothing to me, though. He said, "Follett." She is. Then she is in the castle. Go then, quickly. Tell the Kama that she may be prepared for this wench assassin. I cannot go in, so you must protect her.